Right now at 10, deliberations continue tomorrow. The jury deciding the triple homicide trial does not have a verdict yet. And multiple shootings in the Cooley region this past weekend add on to a violent weekend across the country. Plus, an education funding bill is on its way to the governor's desk, but his fellow Democrats in Wisconsin aren't all that pleased about what's in it.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. The jury deciding the fate of Nia Tao will return to court tomorrow. The court adjourned after jurors heard closing arguments and spent a few hours deliberating. Tao is accused of killing 3 men at a quarry in 2021 over a $600 debt. Prosecutors argued a witness's testimony was honest and worth considering. The defense argued the testimony was a lie based on fear of another man, Kamthanath Ratanasak, who was involved in the shooting and also charged with homicide.
You got a picture of what it's like to be in the drug world and what people are like and how messy it can be. But something in her made her go to the police.
Only one person has a gun here. One person. Mr. Ratanasak. She's scared to death of him. That's the kind of fear you have when someone murders 3 people in front of your eyes.
If Tao is convicted of first-degree intentional homicide, he'll face a mandatory sentence of life imprisonment. Tomah police officers say they responded to a call of someone who had been shot at the city's Super 8 hotel. Police say they got to the hotel around 12:45 this morning, where they found one man who had been shot. That man was taken to Tomah Health. Police then responded to a report of a person bleeding profusely at an apartment complex on Berry Avenue just 15 minutes later. Officers located another man who had head injuries, and that man was taken to Tomah Health and then flown to Gunderson in La Crosse. Tomah police are investigating. The man accused of opening fire in downtown La Crosse over the weekend was in court today. A judge set DeAndrew Grant's bond at $1 million cash. He's being held in jail on charges of attempted homicide. Police say 6 people were injured. Multiple victims were treated at the scene, and some were taken to local hospitals. Police say none of those injuries appeared to be life-threatening. 6 teens were shot in Milwaukee this evening. Police say the teens ages 14 to 19 were shot after a Juneteenth celebration. Officials say there was a fight that escalated to gunfire, and the main suspect, a 17-year-old, was a victim of gunfire himself. Police are still looking for others involved. The gun violence we saw over the weekend was not unique to our area or our state. Many other U.S. cities were impacted by shootings. Elise Preston has more on the violent weekend.
At a Juneteenth celebration in Willowbrook, Illinois, 1 dead, 22 injured. At a party in St. Louis, Missouri, 1 dead, 9 injured, all teenagers.
All those attending will carry with them the scars, physical and mental, from the gun violence that tore into their lives.
A music festival in Washington, a nightclub in Georgia, a house party in California. More than a dozen mass shootings, nearly 100 people injured. And that was just this weekend.
Let me be clear. We will not tolerate such acts of violence in our community.
So far this year, more than 800 children and teenagers have been killed by guns, which includes homicides and suicides. And it's part of a startling trend. Looking at CDC data, a new report this month by the Johns Hopkins Center for Gun Violence Solutions found 2021 set a record for the most deaths ever, nearly 49,000.
What is your reaction to seeing this continuously play out?
Unfortunately, we see mass shootings every day in America, so it's not surprising.
Josh Horowitz is the center's co-director and says states and the federal government need to redouble their efforts to stop gun violence.
We also think limiting access to firearms in public is important. And of course, investing in community violence intervention programs will pay dividends and save lives.
Elise Preston, CBS News.
A recent CDC study shows homicide and suicides are now the leading cause of death for Americans 10 to 24 years old. In 2021, firearms accounted for almost 1 in 5 childhood deaths. An Onalaska teen is still missing. Onalaska police say 14-year-old Ellie Yang was last seen on June 7th. They're asking for the public's help in finding her. Police say she's not in trouble. If you know anything about her whereabouts, you can contact the Onalaska PD, and you can submit information anonymously as well. Officials are still searching for a 13-year-old boy out in Sauk County. James Yablonsky has not been seen in over a week. A lieutenant from the sheriff's office said searchers are changing their approach, believing the teen may be trying to live off-grid as a survivalist. Today, officials said the teen may be better prepared to live in the woods than originally thought. The teen reportedly left his home late last Sunday night or early last Monday morning.
Well, we saw an absolute gorgeous day here to start off this new work week across the Coulee region. We saw lots of sunshine along with some pretty warm temperatures as those highs climbed up into the upper 80s here today. Now for tonight, your zone forecast calls for lows to drop down into the 50s and 60s in La Crosse County. We're looking at 64 tonight in La Crosse, 60 in Lansing, 61 in Stoddard further south there, and 58 in Westby, 59 in Soldiers Grove, and 61 in Caledonia. Now as we move into our central zones, we're going to be looking at lows tonight into the 50s and low 60s, more so the 50s further east. Further west, you're looking at lows tonight into the low 60s. And for tonight in the Chippewa Valley, mainly into the low to mid 60s there, with 64 degrees and a few passing clouds in Eau Claire. So here's a check on your 8-to-8 forecast tonight and also into early tomorrow morning. Just looking at mainly clear skies to deal with those temperatures into the 60s and 70s tonight. And then we're going to be mainly into the 60s here as we head into early tomorrow morning. Back to you.
Thanks, Derek. A bill authorizing a $1 billion increase to K-12 education funding in Wisconsin is on the governor's desk. It's part of a larger deal struck between the Democratic Governor Evers and Republican leaders in the legislature, but most Democrats are not happy with it. That's because more than $100 million will go to increase spending in the private school voucher system, which allows public school students to attend private schools for free. Democrats largely oppose it because the money for vouchers comes out of public school funding. Democratic State Senator Brad Pfaff joined all but 2 state Democrats in the Senate in voting against the bill because of that voucher system increase.
I strongly believe that parents should have the choice of what school that they are going to send their children to, but I also believe that we need to make sure that we fund our K-12 public schools.
Now, the bill would include a $325 per pupil increase in spending each of the next 2 years. It also includes special education funding increases and $30 million for student mental health services. Pfaff says the bill is part of the larger state budget discussion, which legislators have to pass before the end of this month. Governor Evers approved a project to replace a bridge built more than 60 years ago. The Trout Creek Bridge in the town of Albion, part of Wisconsin Highway 93, will get replaced. The governor signed a $1.43 million contract. Construction set to begin in 1 week. The road will be down to 1 lane during the construction, and it's expected to wrap up in November. After the break tonight, the search continues for a submarine that went missing in the North Atlantic. 5 people who were on board to explore the wreckage of the Titanic are now missing. And later, a new cornhole tournament fundraiser is coming to Holmen this weekend. But you don't need to enter the competition to come home with a prize.
With Vygoff & Rohde, you don't just get a lawyer. You get the experience and power of our entire team of lawyers, paralegals, legal assistants, and researchers. Vygoff & Rohde, your personal injury law firm for over 50 years.
Are you tired of your old, outdated bathroom? Look no further than Your Home Improvement Company. For a limited time, call now to get a stunning bathroom makeover with free installation. Call today and get 0 interest and 0 payments for a whopping 18 months. Free installation and no interest and no payments for 1.5 years. Your Home Improvement Company has the experience and expertise to bring your bathroom dreams to life. Call us today or visit our website to schedule your free consultation. Your Home Improvement Company, where it's your home made better.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Or take 0.9% APR plus over 1,200 trade assistance and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra 5.3-liter V8 light-duty models.
When the insurance company sees Vygoff & Rohde on the other side, they know they're in for a fight. It's your life, but it's our fight. And they know that if they're not being fair with us, they will find themselves in court, and that's how Vygoff & Rohde gets results for its clients.
An intense search is underway for a submarine that disappeared while taking 5 people to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean to see the wreck of the Titanic. Coast Guard officials say the sub, about the size of a minivan, carries enough oxygen for about 4 days. The last communication from the vessel was Sunday morning. Naomi Ruckham has more.
A rescue mission is underway in the Atlantic Ocean for a small submarine carrying 5 people after it went missing during an expedition to explore the wreckage of the Titanic. The U.S. Coast Guard is conducting searches by sea and air and teaming up with Canadian authorities after the vessel was reported overdue on Sunday night.
The location of the search is approximately 900 miles east of Cape Cod. It is a challenge to conduct a search in that remote area.
In a statement, the tour operator, OceanGate Expeditions, said it is working with several government agencies and deep-sea companies to reestablish contact with a submersible and working toward the safe return of the crew members.
On that sub at this moment are the pilot, a scientist, and 3 paying passengers. What concerns me is this thing has 7 different ways of returning to the surface. It has different kinds of ballast it can let go. It has an inflatable air bladder. It has propellers. So why isn't it at the surface?
CBS Sunday Morning's David Pogue spoke with OceanGate CEO last year about the design of the submersible called Titan.
Everything else can fail. Your thrusters can go, your lights can go, you're still going to be safe.
The search is located about 720 miles from Halifax, Nova Scotia, where the Titanic wreckage sits some 13,000 feet below the surface. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
Among the 5 people on board, according to family members, is the explorer and British billionaire Hamish Harding. The expedition was OceanGate's 3rd annual voyage to the Titanic, which famously sank in 1912. Still ahead, communities gather to celebrate Juneteenth. One historical society is honoring a formerly enslaved black family.
Sure was a beautiful start to the work week here today across the area. We saw those temperatures into the upper 80s with lots of sunshine. I'll let you know if the rest of this week will be looking similar coming up in my full forecast after the break.
We've done many, many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
It's Ram season, and that means huge savings at Chrysler Winona. 2023 Ram 1500 Laramies up to $11,000 off MSRP, featuring comforts like heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel, 12-inch Uconnect screen, and remote start. And safety features like blind spot detection and forward collision warning. These Rams are packed with options. And with up to $11,000 off a Ram Laramie, you'll want to come visit us today at Chrysler Winona, downtown Winona.
At Batteries Plus, we bring power to your life. From the first cast to the last catch, Batteries Plus has what it takes to power your passion.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WIS-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
Sick of running out of hot water? The professionals at Maxwell White are here to handle all of your water heater needs. Our licensed technicians can install, repair, or replace any type of water heater with same-day or next-day service. Call Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Come explore and plan your next home improvement project at the Board Store Home Improvement's historic 8-building showroom, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
Well, after a warm and sunny day that we just had today across the area, our lows tonight will be dropping into the 50s and low 60s with just a few clouds to work with. 61 tonight if you're in Holmen. Meanwhile, further south, Lafarge, you're at 57. Stoddard tonight at 61. Westby at 58 tonight. Gaze Mills down to the south at 57 degrees and New Albin at 60 tonight. As we head to our central zones, the further east you are, the cooler you'll be, as the lows are expected to be reaching those low to mid 50s with 53 in Black River Falls, 55 in Melrose, and the low 60s can be said further back towards the west. Now, as we head north into our north zones in the Chippewa Valley tonight, well, we're looking at lows mainly into the low 60s here with 64 and a few passing clouds in Eau Claire. So the forecast overall tonight in La Crosse County, 64 degrees, mostly clear and seasonable with those temperatures, and southeast winds light at 5 to 10 miles an hour. For the day tomorrow, we go sunny skies here again, highs reaching 90, very hot for this time of year. Southeast winds light at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Check on your zone forecast for tomorrow. Upper 80s, low 90s in La Crosse County. And as we head into our southern communities for tomorrow afternoon, going to be into the mid to upper 80s here. Some spots could even reach the low 90s. Same could be said across our central communities as well. And as we head into the Chippewa Valley, we're looking at upper 80s and some spots nearing those low 90s, such as Eau Claire, for example. You're looking at 89 degrees and sunny for the day tomorrow. So here's tonight. Right now, just a few clouds across the area, but other than that, conditions will remain mostly clear throughout the night. Heading into tomorrow morning, we're looking at completely clear skies, and we do expect mostly sunny conditions again for tomorrow, as well as we are still underneath this upper level ridging of high pressure that continues to dominate our weather pattern here across the upper Midwest. And you can see that very strong ridge expected to extend its way north as we head into the day tomorrow and also into midweek here on Wednesday. That's going to allow for our environment to be pretty dry and hot across the Coulee region. We don't necessarily want that because we still need the rain. Even though we did have it here yesterday, we still definitely need some to work with. And unfortunately, I just don't really see this ridging pattern that you see here going away anytime soon. Now, there could be a little bit of a break here in that low as we head into Friday, and that could be a sign of what's to come because we could be talking about some rain chances as we head into later this weekend and also into early next week. We'll get to the 8-day in a second, but I do want to show you that that ridge of high pressure that I talked about is going to be warming up our temperatures quite a bit. In fact, the 6 to 10-day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center still indicates above average temperatures for us to work with. And in fact, you'll see it here on the 8-day forecast. Those highs warming up to mainly the low 90s throughout this work week. And then as you can see, our low temperatures will be into the 60s. So just a mix of sun and clouds and pretty dry here for a while. Now, as we head into Sunday and Monday, that's when we're talking about a change in the pattern. Could be turning a little bit on the stormy side. And after all, we do need the rain. Back to you.
We sure do. Thanks very much, Derek. Well, to celebrate Juneteenth today, the Vernon County Historical Society dedicated a grave marker to the previously unmarked graves of a black family. Jefferson and Lottie Craft are potentially the only formerly enslaved people buried in the Viroqua Cemetery. Their daughter, Delia, who was only 5 when she died, was buried with them. At the ceremony today, a local actor portrayed Lottie Craft and told the story of the Craft family.
I think it's important that we as a community, we recognize the past and the people that have lived it here in the past and their struggles and the challenges they've had, but also the opportunities that this community provides.
Jefferson Craft is recorded as having served in the Civil War. Local American Legion members provided an honor guard ceremony to commemorate Jefferson's service. Other Juneteenth celebrations took place across the country today. CBS's Danya Backus shares one woman's personal connection to the holiday.
For Dr. Joyce Ritchie, Juneteenth isn't just a holiday. It's part of her family history.
She used to share like the oral history to our family members.
Ritchie's great-grandmother, Rena Terry Watson, was born into slavery in Georgia. Her family has traced their roots through slave trade papers and marriage certificates from the 1800s. There was a profile on her great-grandmother in a local newspaper when she was 110 years old that helped the family connect the dots to Juneteenth.
Her master did not tell his slaves they were free until the Yankees came and made him tell them, she said.
Juneteenth marks the date in 1865 when Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas to announce all enslaved people were free. It was nearly 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation.
I always recognized it almost as a Texas holiday, to be totally honest with you. And so just to read that history, and I can't tell you how excited I was to see it. I immediately wanted to share it, especially with our, younger generation.
And share it, they have. Every couple of years, her extended family gets together for reunions. Hundreds of family members celebrating their rich history and honoring those who paved the way.
She forgave them. If we can kind of learn from that, that would be powerful.
A powerful family history lesson that can apply to all. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And Richie's great-grandmother also said the plantation owner was told to give enslaved families 10 acres and a whole ham. They never received the land, only a hogshead. Well, coming up next in sports, the Onalaska Legion baseball team honoring one of their own before he heads to West Point. And those Brewers looking to capitalize off a good weekend, but Corbin Burns did not deliver. Cade's got the gloomy highlights after the break.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or specialty care, Mayo Clinic Health System offers the best options for care where and when you and your family needs it.
Our phones keep us constantly connected. But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? To limit screen time, but not quality time. And to give us rhythm instead of algorithms. Introducing Us Mode. Set your phone for human connection at US Cellular.
Hey Nick, what's your usual? Yeah, please.
How's your day going?
Oh, pretty good. Air conditioning went out at the house, and I got some guys coming over to fix it.
Nothing that G&T can't take your mind off of, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I can always depend on G&T to put my mind at ease.
Especially when I make them, eh?
Well, I'm talking about G&T heating and air conditioning. They have never let me down.
G&T, the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
Maybe I should switch to G&T.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Get organized with 11% off everything at Menards. Keep your home neat and reduce clutter with help from Dakota. Whether you need extra storage or want to add an accent to your living space, we carry the shelving and closet systems for you. Get Dakota shelving in a variety of finishes to match your style or maximize your space with customizable Dakota closets. Get this white closet system for just $198.97 after 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $1,200 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
Boom. Chocolate milk.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
US Cellular, built for us.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Cade Overton.
Well, the WIAA high school spring season is officially over. Now it's time to get ready for Legion baseball. Our area athletes have already started the season, except for one senior who is skipping his last season of Legion to enroll into West Point Military Academy. Ahead of tonight's Onalaska Legion game, the team and community celebrated Sam Pika Night to honor his hard work and dedication to the program before he heads to West Point, New York. Pika was gifted a certificate of dedication by the Onalaska American Legion, and he even threw out the first pitch. Pika starts his journey at West Point next Monday, but says this is something he's been looking forward to for a very long time.
It has been my goal since however long I can remember to serve my country in the highest capacity possible. I think I have the ability to do that at West Point as a leader and to affect as many people as I possibly can.
All right, well, best of luck to Sam and in his journey. Now let's see if Post 336 could get a win for him as they were up against Sparta. First inning, Man on third for Caden Kokeisel. He hits a little dribbler to the pitcher's mound, looks the runner back, and throws to first, but Griffin Schultz has some speed. He's going to score anyway. Sparta trying to answer. Owen Berendez at the dish. He lines one out to right, but Brody Mitchell lays out and makes a highlight grab to end the inning. What a catch. Later in the game, Mitchell at the plate this time, and with 2 runners on, he sends one high and deep to right. Defense giving chase, but that's over the head. Both runners will come in to score. Mitchell is in with a 2-run RBI triple. That's a part of a 5-run inning as Post 336 gets the win 7-0. Loggers continuing their homestand, going for their 4th straight win. They were up against the Duluth Huskies, but not a good start for the home team. Bases loaded, and that's ball 4. So Duluth brings in a run, and the bases are still loaded. Next batter, it's Kalen Halverson. He hits one down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It does, and it goes into the bag of the bullpen. So 2 runners will come around to score, and the Loggers never got the offense going as they fall 7-1. All right, to the pros. A good weekend for the Brewers, but Monday was a little different story. At home against the Diamondbacks, Corbin Burns in some trouble early. Bases loaded for Christian Walker. He pops one to shallow center. Weimer can't get to it, and Arizona strikes first. Next batter, Gurriel Jr. He's going to line one over the head of Rowdy Tellez. That's going to drive in 2 more runs, all a part of a 6-run first inning. And Milwaukee's offense was non-existent. Just 3 hits from Milwaukee as they fall 9-1. And over in Minnesota, the Twins taking on the Red Sox. Minnesota down 1-0 in the 4th, but with 2 men on, Jarren Duran lines one out to right field. Both runners will score, and Duran slides into second for the RBI double. It's now 3-0 Boston. Minnesota looking for an answer, and Christian Vasquez is going to give them one. He crushes this one to left center field, and that's gone. A 3-run home run against his former team. We're all tied at 3, but with the bases loaded in the 6th inning, Alex Verdugo gets one down the right field line all the way to the corner. That would clear the bases, and Boston would go on to win 9-3. And we've got another former area standout who is transferring, but this Sparta grad will be heading closer to home. Sparta's Brett Stiesel spent 1 season at Milwaukee Area Technical College, but next year he'll be much closer to home when he hits the diamond at Viterbo University. The future V-Hawk did take advantage of his time in Milwaukee. The lefty was selected 2nd team all-conference during his run with the Stormers. And it's been a busy offseason for Aquinas grad Alexia Donarski. She's already transferred to North Carolina. Now she's getting ready to represent Team USA. Donarski is currently practicing in Miami, Florida, but tomorrow she'll be on a plane headed to France to compete in the 2023 FIBA 3-on-3 Women's Series. Last month, Donarski was one of 18 players chosen to participate in the USA Basketball 3-on-3 Women's National Team Trials, which began in Colorado Springs. We've also got the NBA draft later this week. The Bucks, however, have just 1 pick, and it's the last pick in the 2nd round. So if you were hoping the team would get some help, you're going to have to wait for free agency. More news after the break.
At Marine Credit Union, we have great rates and an even better mission. With our new certificate and money market rates, you can grow your money and grow your community. Call or visit marinecu.com to find a branch near you.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present Our Community Cares.
Moontunes returns to Riverside Park in La Crosse starting June 1st. The free concert series is brought to you by the Valley View Rotary. Concerts are held Thursday nights from 5:30 to 8 throughout the summer. The Village of Holman Sunday concerts in the park take place every Sunday at the Halfway Creek Band Shell from 5 to 7 p.m. now through September 17th.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day.
Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners.
Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's.
Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Nicolay, baby. I'll testify my commitment to the truth. Companies tremble while I'm spitting in the booth. I'm a lawyer rapper, peep the fit. Reppin' Nicolay law, cause we're the...
Daddy, what are you doing?
I'm making a rap video.
Good job. All right.
Boom! Billboards, baby!
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
At Marine Credit Union, we have great rates and an even better mission. Not only will you earn a higher return on your money, you're also helping our community. We provide loans to people who can't get them elsewhere and help families on the path to homeownership. Visit marinecu.com to find a branch near you.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, we're just at the beginning of this week, but it's never too early to start thinking about next weekend, right? Well, if you're looking to get competitive while contributing to a good cause, the Holmen Area Community Center is holding its inaugural cornhole tournament. For $40 a team, people can sign up to toss their way to the top. The event won't just be about the tournament. Visitors can win prizes without competing.
We have a basket raffle, we have a silent auction, we have a grand prize drawing for either a bike or brewer tickets. We are also hosting a 50-50 raffle.
All the raffle prizes were donated by area businesses and community members. So the tournament and raffle happen this Saturday at Features in Holmen. It starts at 1 in the afternoon. You can register ahead or register by 12:30 p.m. on the day of the tournament. Proceeds support the Holmen Area Community Center. We'll be right back after this.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Get over 50% off on this sofa chaise right now at the 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture. Up to 60% off list throughout the store and up to 70% off on clearance items. The 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture.
Want luxury hair repair that doesn't cost $50? Pantene's Pro Vitamin Formula repairs hair, as well as the leading luxury bonding treatment for softness and resilience without the price tag. If you know it's Pantene.
Suffering from sinus congestion, especially at night? Try Vicks Sinex for instant relief that lasts up to 12 hours. Vicks Sinex targets congestion at the source, relieving nasal congestion and sinus pressure by reducing swelling in the sinuses. Try Vicks Sinex.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Are you tired of looking out your dirty windows? Cooley Region Window Cleaning is here to help. Locally owned with honest and fair pricing, and satisfaction is always guaranteed. More than dirty windows? If it's on your house, we can clean it. Call 769-7048 today for your free quote and get $100 off your service. Cooley Region Window Cleaning, we're doggone good. Call 769-7048 today or visit CooleyRegionWindowCleaning.com.
Hey, it's Brody from Great River Harley-Davidson. It's Harley's 120th anniversary, and we are celebrating all year long. Our new 2023s are on the floor with new models, new colors, but that classic Harley ride. Plus, we have awesome anniversary apparel, including custom helmets, limited edition clothes, riding gear, and more. Stop by and see us anytime at Great River Harley-Davidson.
Incredible deal on this Sealy Queen mattress for just $399 at the 4th of July mattress blowout at Slumberland Furniture. Plus, Sealy mattresses starting as low as $129. Up to 60% off list. What a sale.
Here's a last check on your 8-day forecast. Highs mainly into the upper 80s to low 90s throughout much of this week with just a mix of sun and clouds, and low temperatures into the 60s. We are watching for our next best chance of showers and thunderstorms on Sunday and also again into early Monday of next week. But other than that, conditions will continue to remain dry and hot. Back to you.
Derek, thanks very much. Cade, as a sports guy, please help me here. Corbin Burns did not look good. That's the ace out there.
Maybe he ate something bad. That's all you can hope for because he didn't look like himself.
He didn't. We need a turnaround for sure. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.